How you doing, everyone? Tim from Ski Rex Media once again asking, are you coming to Vermont to ski with us this weekend? I hope you are. I hope that the concerns haven't scared you off the mountain, and although some may say I'm a little blasé about it, I'm really not. I know the coronavirus, the COVID-19 concerns are very real. So real that today I put up 2 stories about the competitive side of skiing. About all the events that have been canceled locally, nationally, and internationally. You know, just everybody's very on edge, and a lot of precautions are being taken, which means things are closing. Schools are closing all over the place. Sporting events, like I said, the ski competition, World Cups, and other junior competitions and championships are all being canceled. The NBA season is shut down-ish. March Madness is no spectators. There's hockey events that are no spectators. I think tennis got pushed back a bunch of weeks. So it's very real. Precautions are being taken, and a lot of these spectator sports are being canceled or, postponed, because we as a people don't necessarily need everybody just, hundreds of people all in one place spreading this virus. Excuse me. That was a dry cough. That was because my throat is dry cough. I'm going to take a drink. Although, if you can have a sense of humor about this, that was kind of funny. But precautions are being taken. Having said that, the mountains here are still open. As far as I know, at this time, when I'm going to read all this stuff, my usual trail numbers and events around the state, everything's still open, and everything that I'm going to say is still going on. However, check your daily ski report, check social media. If you plan on going to an event while you're up here this weekend, check to see if it's still on, because it could be canceled at any second. It could be a lot of last minute cancellations, that kind of thing. And we'll get into that for the events. Right now, though, as I said, the mountains are all still open for skiing. And I know there is concern about that across the country. I was just reading that Aspen has one of the highest concentration of coronavirus positives in Colorado. I think that's what it said. I could be wrong about that, but if you're going to Colorado and not coming to Vermont, that might be something you want to think about. But just make sure you're reading the right stuff from the right outlets. Don't get caught up in the hysteria or the media pushing too hard. In fact, I think I'm caught up in that, and I don't mean to be. As Ski Rex Media, as part of the media, I just want us to tell everybody that, hey, the competitive ski season and snowboard season is over. But is the public skiing and snowboard season over? Well, not quite. And let's just talk about Vermont, because that's what I'm here for, because that's where I am. Now, my disclaimer, as I always say, this is Thursday information, but we can try and, figure out what's going to happen over the weekend when we talk about this. Now, as I talk about the amount of trails, know that spring is here, and it is here in a big way. It was warm this week. It was 60 and 65 degrees in some places down here in the valley, and the mountains were all pushing 50s, and although there were snow flurries this morning, there wasn't any snow really this week at all. So some places might have lost trails, and we're going to talk about that. Now, if we start with the little guys, Middlebury Snow Bowl has 3 trails. So if you go to Middlebury College or you're going to go skiing over there, you have 3 trails to choose from right now. Bolton Valley, Jay Peak, and Magic Mountain are in the 20s. That's a real decline. Well, Bolton Valley, that's not a super decline, but for Jay Peak it is. Jay Peak's at 50%, maybe even a little less if they're in the 20s. And Magic Mountain has been hovering, but they're doing all right. That's good. That's not too bad for them. I shouldn't say good, because like I said, the winter was kind of disappointing. Spring is here, and spring skiing is fun, but, it's kind of, that means the season's kind of over, and I talk all about, in the last podcast episode that came out yesterday, this past Wednesday, I talked about what to do for spring and summer and as the season ends. So check that out too if you have a minute, if you're not going skiing this weekend, or if you come to Vermont and you find that you want to stay inside and just look at the mountains out of the window because of the coronavirus. Listen to the Ski Rex Media podcast. And anyway, Burke in the 30s. Let's see here. In the 40s, Bromley. Now that puts them at near 40%. So if you're down in the old golden pentagon, triangle, pentagram, whatever we're up to down there, triangle of mountains, that's talking about Stratton, Bromley, Magic, Okemo, and so on. Bromley's near 100% in the 40s. Mad River Glen in the 40s, not bad. Smuggler's Notch in the 40s. Mount Snow and Stowe, both in the 60s. That means they took a hit. Both of those mountains took hits on their trails. Again, warm weather, sunny days. It is beautiful, it is fun, but it's killing our season. And again, last episode of the podcast, hashtag shameless plug. Stratton in the 70s, they lost a little bit. Killington in the 80s, which means they lost quite a bit. But they also have Pico at 57, which is still near 100% for them. So you're talking 130 trails, Killington and Pico combined, which is a pretty significant drop, but still more than enough to play with, and still the most terrain available in the state of Vermont. Still 2 mountains hitting the centennial mark. Okemo has 100 even, excuse me, and Sugarbush 103. So you still have a couple, Okemo and Sugarbush, central part of the state, still in the hundreds. Excuse me again. It is a dry cough. It is not a sick cough. And to round out all the mountains that are open, Suicide 6 and Skiquichy were both closed during the week, but they plan to be open this weekend. And again, that's due to weather. And Skiquichy they're more weekend warrior anyway. But Suicide 6 will reopen this weekend. And that's everybody. So as you can see, a lot of places took hits. To be expected when it's been sunny and 60 degrees. Now the temperatures are going to stay low for a few days at least. And I don't think there's going to be any real rain. Even the rain that was supposed to come through here the other day, it didn't rain that much. Not even here in the valley. So that's good. That'll help the snow hang on for a little while up here. So if Vermont is your skiing and snowboarding playground, we're still good to go and we're still open. Just expect spring-like weather and spring skiing-like conditions. The bases are still pretty good. They're going to still be good because it just turned to spring, but keep it in mind, okay? And check those snow or ski reports every day. These mountains could blow a ton of snow, or we could get snow out of nowhere. It's going to be windy and cold in some places this weekend, I've heard. So keep an eye out and, come up and you can still have fun. We're going to make it till April. Mountains are going to make it till April. They always do, a few of them anyway, and they should make it now. Now, as for events, again, if you are concerned about the spread of the COVID-19 coronavirus, maybe best not to come skiing anyway. Stay home. Don't freak out too bad, but stay home if you feel it's the right thing to do. And note that a lot of these events here could be canceled at a moment's notice. The Ski the East just canceled their event. The Backyard Bash at Bolton Valley this weekend, they just canceled that today because of coronavirus concerns. So, they figure don't bring everybody together in one place if we're trying to avoid it. So that may or may not have been the right thing to do, but shout out to them for thinking of the public because that's what counts. So if you are planning to check out any of these events, know that at this moment, as I'm recording this on Thursday evening, it's almost 5 o'clock, these are still going on. But if you're going to be in any of these areas and you're interested, definitely check with the mountain, social media, their websites, call the number. Yes, they still have, actual phone numbers, and check to make sure they are still going on because they might cancel them. And let's be honest, the mountains could close at any time themselves. Being at the end of the season, dealing with the coronavirus outbreak, they might just say, screw it, shut the lifts down, and call it a day, a season. So let's get into this. Live music with two-stroke motors at Bolton Valley. Again, they canceled the Ski to East event, but this might still be going on, so keep it in mind. And this is for Friday the 13th. Happy Friday the 13th, everybody. If you're superstitious, then completely ignore this and don't go out that day at all. But if it's just another day for you, here's what's going on. Like I said, live music, two-stroke motors at Bolton Valley. The men and women's ski clinics at Burke, 13th and the 14th, Friday and Saturday, still going on. Yuri C is back at the Snow Barn at Mount Snow doing the spinning thing. The gondola dinner at Benedict's is at Stratton again this weekend. Remember, you have to register ahead of time. 4-person little mini restaurants and gondola cars. The Vermont Open at Stratton. And again, as far as I know, as a competition, it's still going on. Keep an eye out on Stratton's website and their social media in case they last minute call it, because that starts tomorrow. All right, so that's the Vermont Open snowboard racing. And tomorrow is also the Day for Jake. Stratton is one of the mountains participating in the Day for Jake program. 13 mountains around the world. Actually, it should be more. It's more like 12 mountains. And Big Snow American Dream are given out for those who registered ahead of time tickets to ski for free tomorrow in honor of Jake Burton Carpenter. Jake Burton, we all know, pioneer in the snowboard world. We love him. We respect him. Rest in peace, my brother. And, you know, that's for tomorrow for him. So celebrate. Take a run for Jake, pour one out for Jake, you know, just show your respect, you know, throw it to the sky for Jake. And that's on Friday. That's Friday the 13th. That's tomorrow. Now, the 14th, there's still a ton of stuff going on around the state. The BV Paint Night, Bryant Cabin at Bolton Valley. That's the title of the day, Bryant Cabin. That must be what's being painted. It's at Bolton Valley. At Bromley, there is the Season Pass Holder Appreciation Day. The ski... Whoa, I am so sorry. I just blew up my tablet. Let's see what I got going on here. The Skimo Rando Race at Bromley. And live music, the Hale Mountain... Hale Mountain Pickers, all at Bromley. So you got the Skimo Rando Race, Season Pass Appreciation Day, Season Pass Holder Appreciation Day, and the Hale Mountain Pickers at Bromley Saturday night. Check that out. Open House and Trail Days and the Après Ski in the Bear Den, all at Burke. Après Ski in the Bear Den, live music with the John Lacker Duo. There's also Base Lodge Sledding and the Ian Muller Rail Jam on Saturday at Burke. And again, it's when it comes to competition type things, even if it's, you know, just for fun, like a rail jam is, there's a lot of people in one place, and they might not let it happen. They might just cancel it, so keep that in mind. Let's see, the J Peak Après Ski Party and Deal Day with live music by the Little Smokies. That's at J Peak. More music and in the water. Excuse me, and in the water at Cousins Deck at Mount Snow, and the Funky Dogs at the Snow Barn also that night. The Summit Snowcat Tour and hot dogs on the snow, which is exactly well, it's not exactly what it says. They're not making them on the snow, but you go down there and they'll be grilling up dogs all day for you, and that's at Akimo along with their Summit Snowcat Tour. The Maple Fest is at Smuggler's Notch. All you could ever want to know about maple syrup, including trying it. Ski Vermont Specialty Food Day. That tour comes to Stratton on Saturday. And Sugarbush has 2 bank slaloms going on. The 5th annual Side Surfers Bank Slalom, that's snowboard. And Fat Riders Bank Slalom, that's fat bikes, mountain bikes. That's at Sugarbush. Now Sunday. St. Patrick's Day scavenger hunt and festivities at Bromley. So they're going a little early. They're going on Sunday for St. Patrick's Day, since St. Patrick's Day is on Tuesday. The Après Ski in the Bear Den continues into Sunday at Burke with Jacob Green. That's more live music. Yes, I know they usually do it on Saturday, but the series goes into Sunday. They also have their Sunday brunch. The Ski Vermont Specialty Food Day tour heads to Mount Snow on Sunday. The Molly Rail Jam end of the season party is at Smuggler's Notch, so another rail jam, another competition, along with the 23rd annual Castle Rock Extreme competition at Sugarbush, also on Sunday. So a lot to do on Saturday, a lot to do on Saturday, not so much on Friday and Sunday, which is about typical. But as I said, with coronavirus concerns, competitions are getting professional and amateur are getting canceled all over the place, and probably some high school and college ones too. Like I said, basketball March Madness is no spectators. If you want to see March Madness play this year, you got to watch it on television, as far as I know. Excuse me. So that's what's going on around the state. And like I said, keep an eye out. Always, like I give you an overview. I'm going to tell you, some mountains took a big hit and they're running around 30-40%, some at 50%, some are closer to 100%, but not everybody. But as of right now, everyone is still open. Coronavirus has not killed a mountain or closed a mountain and ended a mountain season early yet. As of right now, we're going to make it till April and here in Vermont. The events, on the other hand, they could be canceled at a moment's notice. You never know. So keep an eye out. Watch your social media. If you have a favorite mountain that you come and visit in Vermont, follow their social media pages. Make sure you save their website. Put that number in your phone so you could call it, their event number and info lines and all that good stuff. All right? Keep an eye out. As I said, we're still open and we'd love to have you up here. Coronavirus concerns, you gotta make that decision for yourself. I can't make it for you. I've been out and about and haven't really thought much of it personally, but then again, in the state of Vermont, we've had 2 presumptive cases, I think, and I'm not sure if either of them was confirmed. But, keep that eye out and be safe. Make sure you wash the hands. Make sure you take all the, precautions you feel you need to take. And we'll see you when it's over, or before it's over, obviously, because, it's not the end of the world, kids. This is Tim from Ski Rex Media telling you it's not the end of the world, and you'll be all right. I promise you that, okay? So come on up and visit us in Vermont. Do some skiing, do some snowboarding, do some snowmobiling, although the trails for snowmobiles are getting really thin. You drive down a road, and you can see grass in the fields, all right? So as I said, Tim from Ski Rex Media, please enjoy your weekend, whether you're coming here or not, or if you're going somewhere else, or if you're just staying home to watch, I don't know, whatever's good on Netflix. I don't know. I'll see you out there as soon as I can. And just so you know, these fun little overviews might not be lasting much longer because spring is here. So I'll see you through this season, and then in April, I'll see you. Well, the Ski Rex Media podcast is going to continue through the summer, but the overview will restart in the fall. Anyway, that was just a bunch of gibberish. I'll see you later, guys. Tim from Ski Rex Media. Thank you for watching.